welcome back to my channel. Today's vlog is going to be a little Q&A. So I posted on my Instagram story asking you guys to ask me questions about the previous con this weekend and just other questions you had for me in general. I will be posting the haul video soon. I just have two things that are still shipping from the con. They won't be arriving for a little while. I'm not sure how long, but let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the first question. So one of you all asked, do I have any pets? I do. I have two pets. I have two dogs. One is over there. His name is Scout. He is 9 years old. And then I have a puppy who is 1 year old. His name is Lewis. He might wander in at some point. They love to wander in. But yes, I love my pets. I used to have another dog. She passed in November of last year. And I'm currently trying to get a kitten because our vet is selling kittens and they're free. So fingers crossed that we can get one. But there's no guarantee yet. Okay, so the next question is, who is my favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber is probably Nicole Lano. I love her. She's amazing. I don't personally know her, obviously, but she's been an inspiration for me for a long time. So watching her made me kind of want to start my YouTube channel and officially kind of get it going. So that's kind of why we're here. And also because I want to vlog, show you guys around my life, what I do on a daily basis. So someone else asked, what's the coolest place I've traveled to? I'd say the coolest place I traveled to was Italy. I went in for spring break of my senior year for one of my kind of senior trips. And it was very pretty. It was so nice to be away from the stress of senior year for a little bit. And just to be gone and see all the sights of another country, be in another country, try different food. And they were so accommodating and everything, especially for allergies as my whole family, but mainly me, has like a lot of allergies. So it was really nice. So one of you asked, what was my favorite thing about Supernatural and being in the Supernatural family fandom? So my favorite thing about Supernatural is that it's so like inviting, which also that's another thing with the fandom. It's so inviting and friendly. And it's just such an amazing thing because, I mean, Supernatural for me, it really saved my life at a point when I was down. So, and I just loved the show, and I still love the show for 7+ years. So, and finally being able to meet some of the actors this past weekend it was really healing, and it was a peace of mind for me. And partly with that, the fandom was very inviting because it was my first convention for Supernatural this weekend. And they were all just so nice, so inviting. I was just spent all my money, and they brought one of the merch tables brought out something new, and I really wanted it. And this lady came up and was like, I'll buy it for you, sweetie. And she bought it. So the lady was maybe like 50, 60, but she was so sweet and bought it for me. It's a great fandom. So if you want a good fandom that you want to be a part of, join the Supernatural fandom. Now we have another non-Supernatural question, is what's the best ice cream flavor? So I would say my favorite is Neapolitan. It's Neapolitan or mint chocolate chip. So Neapolitan or mint chocolate chip, guys. And then what is my favorite book? My favorite book at the moment is my regular type of book that I normally read is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, which I'm so excited for the movie to come out. And another favorite book I have is Family Don't End With Blood, which is a Supernatural book, and that's really good. So I do recommend reading it if you haven't read it. It's very inspirational. The next question, which is a Supernatural question, is who is my favorite character? My favorite character, I have a couple. So my favorite character is Dean Winchester. And then I do have to say I love Rowena. So I'd say Dean and Rowena are some of my top characters, but Charlie definitely is in there. I like Sam, but he's not one of my favorite characters. He's kind of like in this next level of favorite characters, if that makes sense to you guys. So we finally have a actual con question now. So this one was, what was my favorite moment? I think my favorite moment was honestly just the panels and also the Saturday night concert, because I ended up getting one of Loudon Swain's guitar picks from Rob himself, who walked over to my side of the pit, because it was like, so it was the chairs on this side, so like here's the stage right here, and like kind of right there were seats, and then like right on the sides of the stage there were two little like roped off sections, and only 10 people were allowed. So some of my friends and I snagged it before like it got too crowded, and so we got to chill up there, and that was probably my favorite moment, just being able to be so close with everyone and talking to everyone. Everyone is so nice and so like willing to talk to you. It was amazing. Then the next one is, what was my favorite song that they played at the concert? My favorite was Medicaid. I love that song. I was a little disappointed they didn't play Pop-Tart Heart at this concert, but they played it in an acoustic jam in the vendor's room, which I loved, and I have a video of it, and I will insert that in right now so you can see a quick clip of that. Okay, so most of these questions now are con questions, so I will quickly finish the last ones that are not. So we have, what's my dream job? My dream job would be to be an actress, because you can travel all over the world, still get paid for it, and meet amazing people. Then, what's my favorite song? My current favorite song is probably Pop-Tart Heart. I've been listening to it on repeat since I heard it live, and I love that song. Or probably Golden Years by Joshua Bassett. So I love both of those songs. They're not by the same artist. Pop-Tart Heart is by Loudon Swain, and if you don't know who Loudon Swain is, please go check them out. They are amazing. The members of the band are so chatty and talkative. I love them. And then last, for the regular questions, we have, who's your favorite music artist or band? My favorite solo artist is probably Taylor Swift, Benson Boone. I don't really have any favorite bands except Loudon Swain, but I'm trying to get more into different music. I listen to a lot. My Spotify's all over the place. So that's it for the regular questions that were mixed in. So now we're going to move on to the full con questions, so let's go. Okay, so from Felicity, we have, what's your advice on being nervous about meeting celebrities? So, I mean, honestly, I was really nervous to meet some of the actors, and then I walked up in the photo op line, and I was a little shaky and nervous and completely like, I don't want to do this anymore. But then I was like, I have to do it because I have to meet him. I've paid like a bunch of money to meet him. So, and I just say, take deep breaths, and just, if you're nervous, I mean, if you've watched the actor for a long time, or celebrity, you might be completely fine. That was my experience. I was super nervous to meet this guy, was terrified, and then as soon as I got into like his presence and talked to him a little bit, when I took a photo with him, I was completely fine. Like, I felt like I had known him for a long time, which technically happened, but like in a way I've watched him for a very long time in my mind. She also asked me, what was the most exciting, fun part of the con? The fun part was when Richard remembered my name, because I came to his booth so many times. He remembered my name and was like, "You're Ashley, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I got to visit his booth a couple times. He had a CD deal where you would buy his CD and Billy's CD, and you'd get a free signed photo, and I got one of the best free signed photos I could ever ask for. I got a Jared and Jensen with Baby signed photo, And what was going on is because I had been there like on Friday and gotten one, and then I came back Sunday right before I left, and he was like, hey, and I'm like, I'm gonna do the deal again. He's like, okay. He's like, who did you get last time? And I was like, I got the girls from the fan fiction episode. And she's like, and he's like, okay. And he's like, who do you want this time? I'm like, I kind of want Jared or Jensen. And he like does this because it's in the back. He goes, tell me whoa when you want me to stop. And so my friend went whoa because I didn't trust myself. And he goes, well, it's not Jared or Jensen, it's Jared and Jensen. And I almost died in that moment because I was so happy. Because Jared unfortunately was not at the con, so I was very sad because I didn't get to meet him. So, but I got a signed photo of him, so I'm happy. Whose panel was the best? I honestly can't decide because everyone's was so amazing. Each person had a different element that they brought to each of the panels. I mean, with Mark's, it was so funny, and he was kind of like roasting everyone. But then with Oshrik, he was super funny. And then with Misha, he was so chaotic and everything. But honestly, I loved all of them. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now. But I can't remember whose panel I liked most now. I guess I'd say Misha's was one of my favorites. Misha and Oshrik's were one of my favorites. And then Robin Rich. I just can't decide, honestly. Who was the funniest actor on stage? Ooh, I'd have to say Mark, because Mark was roasting everyone, and everyone was laughing. And then maybe Misha. It was Mark and Misha, I think, were the funniest. Favorite thing that I bought. So I actually have two favorite things that I bought. So I bought a sequel to the Family Don't End with Blood book that's called Don't Be Peace When You Are Done, which it has like some of the actual actors responding in it. It even has some like little pictures in it, so it shows you little pictures, which is really nice and cool. And then I also got, this is a fake blade, just so you all know. It probably looks fake too, but it is the Archangel blade, which can kill, it can kill archangels. So it can kill Gabriel, Michael, I don't even remember the other two. Sorry, this is a bad idea. I have Supernatural playing in the background. I'm on a rewatch, and these episodes are like kind of like I call them the filler episodes because there's nothing too important happening that I'm not worrying about missing. So those were my two favorite things that I bought, and I bought this like huge banner, like the ones that say like, oh, SBNS FCon 2024, and all the actors sign it, and so Creation is shipping it to us, but they haven't shipped it yet. And then someone also asked, what actors did you meet and who is your favorite to meet? So I met pretty much everyone who's there. I mean, I like physically talked with almost all of them. I've either talked with them through panels, like at the panel asked them a question, talked to them at their booth, or met them at a photo op. The only people I met in photo ops were Jensen and Richard. I think Jensen was by far my favorite, just because he's such a sweet person to interact with. So I'm not going to share the autograph story because it's a little personal what I said, but there was, in the photo op, he was so sweet, and his hugs are the best thing ever. He just pulls you in and like hugs you so tight. I love it. And I was honestly in awe, and he smelled amazing too. But a little bit of the thing, when I did actually meet him in the autograph, I made him a bracelet before I talked with him some personal stuff. He loved the bracelet, and I'm so happy he did. And if I ever see him wearing it again, I am going to be in shock. So next question is, what was, in your opinion, the most unhinged thing someone said in a panel? So what I think is that we were in Misha's panel, and he was talking about how Destiny L fans are perverts. And one of my friends in the crowd ended up yelling. I didn't know it was them until after. And they ended up yelling, "Takes one to know one." And Misha was so offended, but it was just really funny to see just his surprise on his face and him just being completely unhinged in that moment. But yeah, everything about this whole con and just the whole fandom is amazing. So this is the final question, but one of my friends, she said, not a question, but we slayed Friday night. Matt's in love with me, confirmed. So I'll tell you a little story about Matt. Friday night, not Matt, but yes, Matt. Friday night was karaoke, and karaoke was amazing, but Matt Cohen, who plays young John Winchester, was on stage, and we waved to him, and he came down. I will tell my editor to link the video right here as I'm talking so you can see what I am mentioning. And he came to us and stared into her phone camera and was talking to us, and it was just amazing. And he even did his little Jensen walk for us, which I loved. So, and then it was just, and yes, it was amazing. And then Matt later that night stole my phone during karaoke when my dad was up on stage.
Put down this phone and be in this moment. I don't care if you pick it back up, but for now. That's the end of this video.
Hey, Jenny and Kinsey, get on up here.
Oh, it's the Batman.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. If you have stayed till the end of this vlog, comment down the moose and squirrel emoji. If you know, you know. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.